De Ketelara has found a pocket of space. Now Lookman. He wasn't even supposed to start. He passed a late fitness test. And boy, are Atalanta happy that he is fit to start tonight. Soleil, and it's Brian Cristante with the equaliser. Roma are level. The one-time Atalanta man makes it game on again just after the half-hour mark. Lookman, Samajic, Sulemana! His first for Atalanta may just have secured Atalanta Champions League football next season. Atalanta secure Champions League qualification with 2 games to spare. Atalanta 2, Roma 1. Stings the gloves of Karnesecki, and then Jim City gets it clear. De Ketelara has found a pocket of space. Now Lookman.
For some teams, it is more of how they can go to the UEFA Champions League, while for some teams, it is about holding down their coach or even saying that their coaches should say goodbye to their teams. For some teams, it is how they want to win either Europa or Conference League or the UEFA Champions League. Well, last night, Atalanta had to get a win, courtesy Ademola Lookman's goal and super performance for Atalanta to secure a UEFA Champions League berth for next season. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. You're welcome to Kickoff Sports Show, the Tuesday edition. Ganzee, the sports wizard, is in the building, looking fresh. Top of the morning to you, Ganzee.
Yeah, good morning, Young Striker 9. Good morning to our listener out there. It feels good to be back behind the MIC this beautiful Tuesday morning. And of course, it is 4 o'clock again on the Remedy Radio Dial. We're set to tell you all of those latest and the biggest stories making the rounds in the ever exciting world of sports.
All right, not really a good news for Boston Celtics, defending champions. And, well, they lost another game in the wee hours of today. Not just about that, but also for Jason Tatum, who is injured. And according to the coach, who made it clear that there will be an MRI today to know how far that injury will be. We look at this and more in the course of the show. Remember, we're streaming live on YouTube this morning. Just go straight to YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Go straight and check. Not also good news for those of us supporting Golden State Warriors. Ganzee, good morning once again.
Yeah,
all right, but let's take them straight to what happened in the wee hours of today, where Boston Celtics lost against New York Knicks in the game 4.
Knicks talk so much about the slow starts in these games as White knocks down his first three-pointer. They hit 6. Celtics ball movement the other day in game 3 was spectacular as Jaylen Brown knocks down that shot. Shot clock at 5. Hart, nice feet inside. Towns gets it to go. Nice banker. Telling Orford to go down. Finds Drew Holiday. Brown, extra pass. Everybody touching it. And White knocks down another 3.
It's because you know they're going to have to rotate. So before the pass even happens, they start the rotation.
Brunson gets inside, lowers the shoulder. Karl Anthony Towns, one-on-one coverage. White, quick release again, knocks down another. Derek White, right. Hart, Tatum takes it away. Another excellent defensive play from Tatum. Sidestep, layup is good.
In that stretch of game, he was averaging 20.
Jaylen Brown back in, lost the ball. Anunoby all by himself throws it down. And Tatum is hurt. Tatum is down. Brunson looking, step back, three-pointer. It's good! Rattled around and dropped through. Brunson on the drive. Anunoby gets inside and lays it up and in. Pritchard, a couple of fakes, can't get it to go, and now dribbling out This series is now 3-1 in favor of the New York Knicks.
Well, there you go, the clip of how it went down in the wee hours of today between the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. At the end of the day, the Knicks won by 121 to 113 points. And the man was speaking after that defeat, the coach of Boston Celtics. He said, wow, they don't know how they're going to do it in the next couple of games. Remember, Game 5 would go down in Boston. But of course, if they fail to win that game, that means their season is over. So let's hear from the coach of Boston Celtics, Joe Mazzulla, speaking after Jason Tatum got injured at the wee hours of today.
It was a lower body injury. He's going to get an MRI tomorrow. He's with the doctors now. I didn't ask him. I just got the update from him. I just asked him how he was doing. So I'll get the MRI tomorrow, and, we'll see what it is. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're always concerned about someone's health. And so, it's twofold. We're concerned about his health, where he's at, and then we're concerned about what we have to do better for Game 5 when we get back to Boston.
I want you to take Golden State Warriors. I'm not interested in taking Golden State Warriors.
Well, elsewhere in the wee hours of today, the GSW lost at home. I remember, was it last week Friday, we were discussing the fact that their man, Steph Curry, got injured, a hamstring injury, and that is affecting them already. They lost in the wee hours of today by 7 points, 110 points to the Golden State Warriors, 117 points to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I also feel like Golden State Warriors has lost that mojo, that energy, that finesse in this one. Looking at how they were in the league and how they are in the playoff. Even the way they went into the play-in, going to the playoff.
And last season, they got to the final of the conference, the Eastern Conference, and now it's not looking likely for them to make it. And for some of their guys, Anthony Edwards, Jonathan Kuminga, and some couple guys for Minnesota Timberwolves, Edwards, led the line for them, and he had 30 points in the wee hours of today. While for Jonathan Kuminga, he recorded 23 points, but that was not enough for the Golden State Warriors to record a victory. One thing I feel they should do now is to maybe the other guys, they need to show up in the 5th game of the series.
Jimmy Butler and Co.
Yeah, I mean, if they can do that, they would give Steph Curry enough time, to recover and come back in Game 6 and see if they can, equal or even the series. But that will be very, very difficult because that game will go down in Minnesota, not in their home turf. They lost in their home turf this morning. So I don't know how they want to do it. But if they are going to get anything this season, they just need to win Game 5 of this series. That is like the thin line separating them from their season being over.
Just the tip,
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now, looking at games going down tomorrow for the NBA. We've got 2 matches going down.
Yeah, in the wee hours of tomorrow morning, Cleveland Cavaliers against Indiana Pacers, 12 a.m. Nigerian time. And elsewhere, OKC Thunder by 2:30 a.m. will be the host of Denver Nuggets.
All right, well, moving away from that, let's talk tennis this morning. And, look at how teams are faring. Well, yesterday, Coco Gauff was the darling on the court. I knew Emma Raducanu would just come and participate and go. But looking at the mill this morning at the ATP category of the Italian Open, games are going down today starting 10 a.m. Jack Draper against Corentin Moutet, and we have Karen Kachanov against Carlo Alcaraz, same 10 o'clock. That's going down in the next 50 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Going down, and we have Uba Okaz against Jakob Mensik by 11:30. Lorenzo Musetti taking on Daniil Medvedev. Yannick Sinner against Francisco Cerundolo by 2 p.m. Arthur Fils against Alexander Zverev going down 4 p.m. Tommy Paul will be up against Alex de Minaur by 5:30, and 6:30 Jeremy Nar will take on Casper Ruud. Let's talk about ladies. GANZEEY he loves ladies. Singles. Okay, single ladies, not double ladies, but let's look at the ladies in the singles category.
Yeah, still talking about the Italian Open this morning. Jasmine Paolini by 12 noon will be on court against Diana Schendere, and elsewhere Peyton Stearns against Elena Svitolina. Those 2 games will go down today in the WTA 1000 category of the Italian Open. But in the doubles category, Coco Gauff will team up with Alexander Ayla against Elisa Pigasto and Tyler Katrina Grant, and elsewhere Hao Ching Chan teaming up with Giuliana Olmos against the Anna Schendere and Mira Andreeva.
So now talking about Coco Gauff and Alexander Ayla, both of them teaming up. You're looking at young stars coming together against Lisla Pigato and Tyra Katarina Grant. I want to see how there will be this collaboration between Isla and Guelph.
Well, I feel like there is always, a room for team spirit whenever you play in all of these competitions. That's why, the people in charge of tennis make it singles and doubles. If you can function well when you play alone, definitely you should be able to function as a team player as well. So I believe Coco Gauff teaming up with Ella, maybe we're going to see a very good collaboration, and let's see how far they can go in this competition. Remember, she's still pretty much in the singles event and also playing the doubles event. So at the end of the day, she could be going on with 2 titles.
Well, let us see how that can be. But but now let's move on this morning and Luca updates. Well, you are still talking about your ex when your ex has moved on, but this man, Toto Wolves, has not moved on yet.
Who is Toto Wolves?
That's the head of operations of Mercedes.
Okay.
Not moving on despite Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari. But although when you notice that your ex is not doing well, you want to talk about him or her. That's what we are seeing here. Where Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has no doubt Lewis Hamilton still has the magic to perform at a high level after a difficult start to life at Ferrari. Hamilton has largely been outperformed by Charles Leclerc after 6 rounds, but was more competitive last weekend in Miami, finishing third in the sprint and on the tail of his Ferrari teammate at the Miami race, albeit in 8th. That is still not a good record.
Well, for Lewis Hamilton, no doubt about it, there were high hopes that he's going to do well for Ferrari this season. Even after he's left Mercedes, they're still talking about him. That shows you the kind of run he had for them when he was still up there. But before he left, remember, there were issues concerning the engine of Mercedes car. And teaming up with Ferrari, we thought it was going to be a rejuvenation he needed in his career, but not looking good for him. But of course, we still have a number of races before the Formula One season ends this year. So let's wait and see. Fingers crossed. Let's see how far Lewis Hamilton will go. But before we leave tennis this morning, there is a breaking news. Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray have parted ways. So no more Andy Murray in the corner of Novak Djokovic. And that is because of the abysmal performance, Djokovic has had in the year 2025. So Andy Murray, I said, I know they work with you again. You know they give me with time.
even the last tournament that Novak Djokovic went for was clay court. And remember, Andy Murray is not a clay court specialist.
Right.
So Novak Djokovic had to go with his brother to coach him for that clay court tournament.
And he still could not deliver the title at the end of the day.
I just feel Novak Djokovic should just say goodbyes.
I mean, the people he was contemporaries with, Roger Federer, even Andy Murray himself, and Rafael Nadal, a lot of them don't talk, say they know they play tennis again. But I mean, remember he's still chasing that 100th title. And same way, Serena Williams also chased that Margaret Court record. And at the end of the day, she could not equal that record. So maybe Djokovic would keep seeing the record, but he won't be able to touch it.
You can see, but you cannot touch. Well, I think we are not on the Saturday so safari. Guys, it's going to break, and when we come back, we talk football. Shout out to Nigeria's Flying Eagles, the under-20 national team now in the semi-final.
They got the job done yesterday.
Yes, but we're facing familiar foes, South Africa.
True strength. What defines it? The brilliance of a player, or when a team comes together to win. A solo beat, or the rhythm of many. The flair of one dancer, or the art of a troupe. One distinct voice, or the beauty of the symphony. At FCMB Group, we build ecosystems, empower communities, and create the future. Because we believe it's not just one, but the power of the group that delivers the future we all desire. FCMB, the power of the group.
Why all this commotion for Mommy Dolapo's shop?
It's Rocky by Chin Chin. Oh. Everybody's saying a better snack all day long.
Now, wow.
This Rocky by Chin Chin, they're good for money snack.
What are you eating that got you so excited like this?
Mr. Tunde, na Rocky by Chin Chin. Oh.
Rocky by Chin Chin?
Yes, Oga. It's very delicious and nourishing.
Are you serious?
You don't believe me? Go ahead, have a taste.
Wow, no wonder everyone is crazy about it. Mary, help me and go get some Rocky Bite Chin Chin so I can use it for breakfast.
Okay, sir. Rocky Bite Chin Chin. Very delicious. Yummy. Rocky.
Rocky Bite Chin Chin. Unleash the unstoppable snack adventure. Produced by Sumal Foods.
Your comfort is important. If you're looking for quality, classy, comfortable, and imported furniture, Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise is a place for you. At Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, we've got a wide range of top-notch imported furniture for you at affordable prices. Name it: sofas, royal marble dining set, executive furnitures of all kinds, banquet furniture, bed and dressing mirror, kitchen cabinet, and lots more. Our intention is to make you feel comfortable always by providing quality furniture, whether at home, office, hotel, lounge and bar, and so on. Hurry now. Contact us today at Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, shop number AA 80-20, Railway Shopping Complex, Aleshiloye Market, and shop 8A-11, Railway Shopping Line, by Alalubosa Junction, Iyaganku Railway Crossing, Ibadan. Call 0802-303-0550 or 0706-225-2649. Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, home of quality furniture made for you.
You fit fly. Bá òkú ẹ̀kọ́ òpin rírí ìrìn àjò ń bẹ lára ẹ̀kọ́. Ẹ wá gbọ́ o, láti rìnrìn àjò lọ oríṣiríṣi orílẹ̀-èdè káàkiri àgbáyé pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn àti ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ẹni mọ̀nà là á tẹ̀lé. You Fit Fly ló kájú ẹ̀. Remove the limitations on your dream of traveling the world and get premium and affordable services such as flight and hotel reservations, ticketing, visa processing, travel insurance, holy pilgrimage, e-visa processing for countries like Dubai, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Egypt. Also, airport transfer, special vacation, tour packages, IELTS, and many more travel services. You Fit Fly ti ní ìrírí ọdúnmọ́dún pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi nìṣó. We've secured partnerships and valuable relationships across the globe to make your traveling experience truly remarkable. For more inquiries, visit us at Success House, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. Call 0901-111-1190. Visit www.youfitfly.com. You Fit Fly without limitations.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Fairly straight looking run up there. Now he shifts it onto his left foot. Keeper knows he has to stay on his line. Oh, and it's a poor penalty. Poor penalty. Dorival with his head in his hands. Ahmed Sissoko do. The keeper allowed to move, he just has to stay on his line. Benjamin. And that's how you take a penalty down the middle. Smash it hard and high. Can't afford to miss your first two. The writing would really be on the wall then for Senegal. Diuk, puff of the cheeks, runs up, sends the keeper the wrong way. That's much better for Senegal. Now Chukwu against Sissoko. Chukwu with a hard and straight, with the run up, and hard and straight with the finish as well. The Nigeria keep their advantage. 2 penalties each. They lead by 2 penalties to 1. Tied Senegal's way. Needs to find the net here. Faye. Deliberate run up. Oh, and it's another poor penalty straight at the keeper. Well, Senegal really in trouble now. And if Nigeria can convert their next spot kick, they will have 1 foot in the second. Quarterbacked nicely from the base of midfield during the game. Here's a Yuma now. What can he do from the penalty spot? Nonchalance from the midfielder. Nigeria leading 3-1 on penalties here. Each team with 2 spot kicks left. Whoever steps up next for Senegal now must score. Man Konate. Oh. What can the central defender do here? Oh, he smashed it against the crossbar. And Nigeria are through to the semi-finals. They needed to take 3 of their 5 spot kicks. Nigeria, that was enough to go through, and to be fair.
Well, how the Flying Eagles of Nigeria soared against the Senegalese opponent at the AFCON Under-20 quarterfinal round, winning 3-1 on penalties. I am not convinced with this team. Ganzee.
Well, you know, we're discussing off mic that the reason why CAF and FIFA established the age group competition is not really for those players or the teams to win. It's just for them to be able to develop themselves and see how far they can go in their football career. But of course, it's still good for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. The end would always justify the means, even if not by penalty shootout, even if not by half goal. So far, you've gotten what you want into the competition for. Definitely, that is good enough. And they've secured their spot in the next edition of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup that will be going down later this year. So for the Flying Eagles, I feel like the job is done already. But of course, now they can dream of winning the competition. They've got a game against South Africa. That will be on Thursday, the 15th of this month. So let's see how far they can go. But the bone of contention here is the ticket to the World Cup is in the bag already.
Well, if it's in the bag, let us see if the bag will not get torn when it gets to Chile. Maybe we will not be conceding a lot of goals, because if we can have a team, yes, we scored against Kenya, but we conceded more.
Yeah.
And playing against Senegal, going against South Africa, let us see how we can play against the South Africans.
Yeah,
we know how the rivalry is.
Yeah, South Africans themselves were not convincing against DR Congo. They also had to rely on extra time before they got that goal that separated them. So it was not like they also ran riot against DR Congo. So let's see how far Nigeria would go against the South Africans' opponent on Thursday.
Everybody just struggled to say they wanted to get the.
I mean, I told you,
the World Cup ticket.
From the group stage, what these players have been playing for is that ticket to the World Cup. I know you were telling me off mic that they want a better deal, a better offer in Europe. That is why they are struggling to get that ticket. They know once they play at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, agents will be there to come, give them offers in Europe, maybe. Kazakhstan, all those lesser European countries. Let them start their careers there and see how far they can go.
Okay, well, wishing the teams all the best. Now let's talk about the big merry-go-round that happened yesterday. Xabi Alonso, Carlo Ancelotti to Brazil, Alonso to Real Madrid. And another update this morning is Ancelotti Jr. will be moving to Scotland to manage Glasgow Rangers.
Oh.
So, but it's not yet confirmed, but that's according to reports we are getting in Spain. I don't know why Ancelotti Jr. cannot take over the job in Real Madrid. I'm just asking the question. Is the club too big for Ancelotti Jr.? I mean, maybe he can just continue the legacy of his dad.
Well, they work together at Real Madrid. They are still working together because his contract or his deal has not been done yet. But for Ancelotti Jr., I feel like he also needs to stand on his own. And I don't think Real Madrid would trust him enough, to lead the team going into next season. Even Carlo Ancelotti was not convincing this season. He only won them the maybe UEFA Super Cup. That was because they won the Champions League that season. Besides that, the La Liga is not in their sight anymore. The Champions League, they're out already. The Copa del Rey, Barca won that. So I feel like even Ancelotti is living on past glory, not what he has done this season. So that is even a very, very bad omen for his child as well. Because when your dad is not living on the right notes, the team cannot trust you to take over, the mantle. So I think Xabi Alonso has always been the right man for the job. Even last season when he was in charge of Bayer Leverkusen, there's been that speculation that he's going to be the one to replace Ancelotti, and now that has seen the light of the day. So let's see how Xabi Alonso, their former player, would fare for them starting from next season. He's actually going to be in charge of the team going into the FIFA Club World Cup.
Now, for the FIFA Club World Cup, maybe a lot of, because I was saying it on Extra Time yesterday, a lot of changes will surely come. Trent Alexander-Arnold will have to join them, according to what Real Madrid is requesting for. And we're also getting a report that Xabi Alonso is also requesting for like 3 more signings ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup. But this is a team that you've not worked with. And FIFA Club World Cup is coming next month.
It's watch them. I mean, he's seen what they're capable of. So maybe he already pinpointed some areas in need, players for. So let's wait and see. Let him come on board first, assess the players, and decide on which players he wants to leave and players he wants to retain.
And what I'm also seeing is it's going to be an interesting El Clasico next season. Hansi Flick, a man who understands German football, handling Barcelona. Xabi Alonso,
Emmanuel has conquered German football as well. Coming in.
It's going to be very interesting in the Spanish La Liga come next season. But hey, remember for the Copa, the Europa League final, the Conference League final, and the UEFA Champions League final. Now we have the referees to refer those games. The German referee Felix Zoya, who once served a ban for alleged involvement in a match fixing plot, will take charge of next week's All English Europa League final. between Tottenham and Manchester United. I don't know how BBC or why BBC will have to write it in that way.
I mean, when you have a dent in your image, they have to include it. They want people to know that this man has been involved.
But if the referee was to be a UK referee, I understand, because I know
it's not possible in this context too. They can't use an English referee to officiate.
No, I'm just saying. Final. Okay, so what if you have all Spanish final?
Okay,
and we have an English referee?
Maybe they would have written the story in a different way. Actually,
that's why I don't like BBC. I'm sorry if BBC is listening to me.
If they give me.
All right, now let's look at the Europa League final we played in Bilbao on Wednesday, 21st of May, and Bosnia Ifana Pejito will refer Chelsea's Conference League final against the Real Betis on 28th of May. And Wroclaw, Poland, and the Romanian Istvan Kovacs will take charge of Champions League final between PSG and Inter Milan on 31st of May.
The funny thing about PSG Inter Milan tie is the fact that the referee that officiated the game between Inter and Barca, the semi-final, was the one that was supposed to take charge of the final. But because Barca fans, complained about some decisions that went against them, UEFA was like, no, we don't want a controversial referee. And they changed to this Romanian. So let's see how far this would go.
Okay, well, now we are leaving the studio. I did have a lot of why he's coming on board. A man who will have his
from
team.
The dailies.
His team went. His team is going goal. So I say goalless, trophyless this season. Don't worry.
They came, they saw, but they never conquered.
You what? You want what? Madrid bet.
Arsenal.
Okay, yes, you're female. Oh, now you are moving away from the male team to the female team. Yes, that's what. How many female children do you have? How many female children do you have? You have just one. You need to have another one. You need to have another. All right, guys, this will be the Confident Point to say goodbyes on the show. My name is Oladapo Okunubi.
And my name is Omoni Alade. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m.